The Blade GT. That's my best monster truck announcer voice. But anything less is an insult to this scooter. It's that good. This is the second scooter I bought from superscoots.ca. If they keep on giving me good prices, good products, and good service, I guess I'll just have to keep on buying from them. Price, how much did it cost? $2,500 Canadian, which is about, carry the 6 and the 3, 1,800 USD for my fellow Americans. Actually knew that ahead of time. Now, looking at that price point, I did a lot of research and I find that this scooter is an incredible bang for the buck. There are quicker scooters out there, there are scooters that have a longer range, but you got to pay quite a bit more for them. So to me, it wasn't worth spending, an extra 50% or 100% just to get about 5 or 10% possibly a performance increase. So great bang for the buck on this scooter. How fast is this son of a gun? Well, 85 kilometers per hour, 52 miles per hour, which is plenty for me. I can confirm I've hit 85 kilometers per hour on it. I weigh 250. With my gear on, I'm probably closer to 275. I didn't buy it for its top speed. I know everybody's infatuated with top speed, but it seems top speed and acceleration and hill climbing ability come hand by hand. I do drive a lot of hilly areas, and sometimes I'd like a little bit more acceleration, so that's one of the main reasons I bought this Blade GT. But for those guys that are looking for a super quick scooter, this is still the ticket. I mean, 85 kilometers per hour is pretty damn quick. Some more specs: 60 volt, 26 amp hour battery. It's got dual hydraulic disc brakes. It's got, one of my favorite features is the 11-inch puncture-proof tires. They're about 4 or 5 inches wide, and it comes with a factory stabilizer for the steering. It's not an option, comes with it, and it works great. All right, let's look at this sexy bitch. Besides price, performance, and reliability, you want it to look good, and this sucker does. This anodized gold aluminum is just awesome. Looks great with the black. Right, so let's go over this real quick here. Oops, I left it on. Let me shut her off. So we got the popular Mini Motors i controller. I love this controller. It's very easy. There's a lot of information online where you can set it up and adjust the scooter to your liking. It's got this NFC card reader, which I really like. Basically, what this does is you got these little tags. I mean, it's stupid to hang them on the handlebars, but I never leave this out of my sight anyhow. So what you do is, if you're going inside and you're worried about someone turning on your scooter and going for a ride, you just swipe this, it beeps, and then if they go to turn it on, it doesn't turn on. The way I see it is, if they're going to steal it, make them work for it. You little bastards! We got our standard headlight, signal light, and horn switch. I like the signal lights. You can put them both on at the same time if you're doing night riding. Basically works like a hazard light. This scooter has an adjustable stem, so you can adjust the height of it, which is great. The other scooters I had, I always found that I just wanted just a couple inches higher, and this allowed me to do that, so it's great for comfort. There was a concern that when you have a double stem like this that's adjustable, that it's going to feel rubbery, and I was pleasantly surprised that that's not the case. Plus, you know what, if you learn to ride the scooter properly, you really don't have to depend on the stem. The stem's not really there to hold all your weight when you're accelerating or decelerating. Basically, if I'm heavily accelerating, I got all my weight on my back foot. If I'm braking heavily, I got all my weight on my front foot. So let's go further down the line here. It's got a standard quick release collar here. You would just undo these guys, slide this collar up, and fold the handlebars down. Ignore these wires on this horn for now. Basically, this was a project I tried. I tried to put some super duper cool headlights on it, which I did, but they were just too big and they were draining too much battery, so I took them off. This unit comes with a combination headlight and horn from the factory. So I'm going to end up putting that back on, but this was a failed experiment. So yours will not come like this. Yours will come with an LED light with a built-in horn. One of my favorite features of this scooter are these tires. They are 11-inch puncture proof, and they're about 4 or 5 inches wide, and it makes a scooter ride so much better. Like, these tires act like suspension on their own, and I'll tell you, and I know this from experience, when you're about to eat shit, there's no warning, okay? And I've almost ate shit on this thing a couple times, where I just seen the pothole or some tracks on a trail, something like that, at last minute. And if I had, you know, regular thin scooter tires, I'd be in crutches right now. So these tires have saved my big ass several times. All right, nice big fat deck. I got big flippers, they fit on there no problem. It's got this kick plate that works as a handle to pick up a scooter, or you can rest your foot on there. I tried that because I thought I'd look like super sporty as I'm going through town, but I just don't like that position, so I just stick both my size 13 flippers right on the deck. It's got a nice rubber deck, lots of grip, I love it. Once again, got disc brakes front and rear. Don't know what brand they are, I don't care, because when I hit the handle, the thing stops, doesn't matter. It's got a nice little fender, brake light. There's your rear signal lights, and your front signal lights are up here. This steering damper was not an option. It came on this from the factory. When I first got the scooter, I thought these things might have been a fad. I actually had it set on its lowest damper setting. And one night I was riding home, hit about maybe 60 kilometers per hour, and I actually had some wobble. And I was pretty concerned. All I did is twist this little sucker here, give it a little bit more damping, went out and tested it, and holy shit, no more wobble. So I guess these things are not a fad, they actually work. Again, I think I mentioned it before, but I've done 100 kilometers on this in one day with very little charging. I actually think I could have pushed 100 kilometers and possibly made it home. I find Blade, their ratings aren't overinflated. You get what they say you're going to get. If they say it's going to go 85, it'll go 85. If they say it's got an 80 kilometer range, it's got an 80 kilometer range. You can count on it. And that's why I continue to buy these scooters. Just like my Blade Mini Pro, right out of the box, get on it and ride. You know, I used to be concerned with buying off Chinese companies. You know, I would expect, just from past history, that everything's going to be loose. You're going to go out for that ride, and you're going to come back in an ambulance. But I went over every single bolt, and everything was tight. Even the tires were inflated, like to the 1 psi accuracy. They were inflated right where they should be. I mean, you know, with confidence, you can literally get on this thing, turn it on, and roll. So anyhow, let's go for a little ride. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. I'm not a professional. I do this for fun, and I will see you on the next review. Also want to mention that I did have a problem with this scooter when I first purchased it. It would have been very difficult for anybody to detect it because you had to go on a long ride for it to show its face. Basically, I would ride it for about 20 kilometers and I'd notice that the voltage was dropping fairly quick, and I just didn't feel like it had anywhere near the range that it was advertised. So I spoke to superscoots.ca. He says, let me take a look, and I'll send your information to Teverun and see what they say. So the following morning, I got an email from Superscoots, and it says, hey, Teverun's gonna send you a new battery. And I was like, listen here, you son of a bitch. Like, did you just say you're gonna send me a new battery? Just like that, no fight? So needless to say, there was no boxing match, there was no Facebook fight. I'm very glad to know that they had my back and they were going to send me a new battery. Now, they never had to, because what it ended up being, I figured since I got to send them the battery, I might as well take the deck off and take a peek underneath, see what's under there. When I went to unplug the battery, the connector on the battery seemed to unplug too easily. There didn't seem to be a lot of resistance there. So I took a look inside and I noticed that there was some black burning on the inside of the female plug. And so all I did was clean that out, and I spread the male connectors. I basically just stuck a screwdriver in the middle of it and spread the pins out a little bit so they'd push on the female side a lot harder. Anybody around? It's basically like making your ding dong bigger. Goes in the... Okay, forget about it. Sorry, you know, it's bad humor. Anyways, so once I plugged her in, I noticed it was a lot tighter, and boom, problem solved. Right? Everything was fixed. So thanks again. Super Scoots and Teverun had my back, although they didn't need to in the end. It worked out for everybody. Princess, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Is it filming now?
Yes, it is.
People have asked you to follow.
My daughter's on the Blade Mini Pro behind me. She just started riding scooters, so it's hard for her to go anything over 30. She gets a little scared. To give you an idea, right now we're going 32 kilometers an hour. I'm going to call out the numbers on the speedometer here. So I'll hit the gas 1, 2, 3, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85. And my daughter's gonna be way back there somewhere. Let's go find her. Sorry, honey, I was showing everybody how super duper fast Daddy's super duper scooter is. Let's go. End of my road here. It's funny that this is literally just maybe 2 miles down the road, and I don't think I've been here in maybe 5 years. You just never really have time to experience things that are close. You always think you got to go somewhere far to experience something. This is Lake Erie. I'm not going to go on the sand because I don't want to get my sexy scooter dirty. This was not part of my planned stops to remove the camera, but why not? Figured you guys don't want an hour-long video of me riding down Lakeshore Boulevard. So, glad you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.